everyone, it's a beautiful day out on the Thames today. The tide is on the way out. We've got another couple of hours or so before it's right out, and it's a nice low tide. The sky is blue, the sun is shining. It's almost like spring has sprung, except that it's a bit too early for spring. So I'm going to go and see what I can find, and I'll show you along the way what I'm finding, and then we'll have a little roundup at the end. See if there's anything on the end of this pipe stem here. Ah, there is a ball. So I've just seen another pipe attempting to hide underneath this rock here. The stem gives it away, and then you can see the bowl there. It's kind of fused onto this rock. So let's take it out. Here it is. It looks like a plain one. Let's have a look. Looks like a plain pipe. I've just seen a very large crystal. Just look at this. It's like a piece of cut glass, isn't it? Maybe it was the top of a very, very big bottle stopper. Look at that. That's lovely. It's like a big egg. Oh, what can I see under here? Oh, I think I've found my pipe bowl of the day, because I can see, oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, that is stunning. Can you see there's a horse on there? It might be a broken pipe bowl, but it's worth lots of pipe bowls together. There is a horse. Well, that's going to be added to my horse-themed pipe collection, of which I have a few now. That is stunning. I mean, I always think that these pipe bowls are like little works of art, and look at that one. It's a little horse on that side, and a little horse on that side. Well, that's my favourite find of the day so far. I've now got a horse on the bottom of the heel. I've got a horse straddling the stem. I've got another horse on the heel. And I've got this horse. Horses galore.
Look who I bumped into!
And oh yeah, look who's here! Si Fines, fancy meeting you on Thames Foreshore, mud lover.
Hello, it's such a coincidence to see you down here.
What a great pleasure. Well, if you're going to be mudlarking here on this bit of foreshore, you're going to have to give me something. Oh, okay.
How about you take this part of a horse?
Well, it's really weird you say that, because I've just found a horse. So I'm having a horsey and a pipey themed day. So that's a horse hoof, is it?
I think it's the front hoof of a horse, isn't it? We thought it was a tail, but it's actually
Okay, well, here we go. Here's to horses and pipes.
Have you ever found a pipe like this before?
Oh, God. You're just such a comedian.
Thank you.
Okay, well, have you found anything yet?
Found a cufflink and a few buttons. Not really exciting just yet, but
okay, well,
the tide is still young, so
yeah, okay.
onward and upward, and let's get some luck in the muck.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's not waste more time making silly jokes. Just found this massive great horseshoe here. It's a big one, isn't it? Okay, I've seen a coin. And it's down here. It's just there, and it looks like a penny. It looks like an old penny. Where's it gone? Oh, there it is. Let's see what it is. Yeah, it's a Queen Elizabeth II. 1 penny from 1966.
Cool, come have a look.
What have you got? What have you got for me now?
Well, I found a bit of iridescent glass.
Ooh,
And I
can't get out of the shadow.
thought maybe it's a bottle, right? So I just stuck it in and flicked it out.
Is it a bottle seal?
And look at the impression.
Oh my goodness.
I just didn't see that, I just saw that.
Oh, that's gorgeous. Look at that. The imprint of history.
That's right.
So let's have a look at that actual seal. Isn't that beautiful? Hey, you know, I've found, thanks to this chap called Nigel Jeffries,
Right.
a fantastic database of seals. So you
No
never
way.
know, it might be on there.
Cool, that's my first ever one. It's probably a bit later, I think. It's probably off a case gin or something, but yeah.
Can I have a look?
Yeah, cool.
That's gorgeous.
Lucky boy.
Hang on, let me see. Do you mind if I give it a rinse and have a look? Oh, look at that, he's copying me. I found one of those the other day. Bottle seals are great. They've been around, they were pretty common from the 1700s.
There's a bell on it.
Yeah, it looks like a bell.
I'm telling you that with the imprint.
I can't read it, but I know that Simon will tell me what it says later. But it's beautiful, isn't it? Well done, Simon! Looks like a nice early pipe bowl here, quite small. A bit of milling around the edge. Let's see if we can get that out. It's probably just a bowl. Let's have a look. Oh no, maybe not. There is a bit of stem. That's a nice early bowl, probably late 1600s, I think. Or mid to late 1600s. Can you see that pipe stem just down here? Of course, I'm dying to know if there's a bowl on the end of it. It's just here, look. I wonder if we'll be lucky. What do you think? I think we will be lucky. Look at that. Let's get it out of its little home where it's been for a very long time. Oh, that's another lovely early pipe bowl, and I think that's probably mid to late 1600s as well. Really nice example. It's lovely. Doing well on the pipe front so far. Now there's some really beautiful pottery on this little stretch of foreshore, and I always pick up this sort of featherware or something, a type of pearlware, because I make fish with these, so I'm going to try and make a little fish in the very near future using this pottery. Look at this. Well, that will be quite good in a collage. I'm not sure what it is. Is it a light cover? I had something similar once, but smaller, like a squashed jelly mould. Here's another piece. There's no excuse now. Simon has just told me that he has found something spectacular and tiny.
It is. It's both those things. And it is in fact some kind of intaglio.
Oh my goodness.
And you can see there it's got the negative impression of a person seated or going to the toilet or whatever it happens to be. Bit more research needed. I'm sort of thinking it's probably Georgian because they made quite a few of these in Georgian times. However, there are a lot of earlier ones, a lot of early examples as well. So, I mean, looking at the surround of it, it kind of suggests it probably is Georgian. But you don't know. It could be Roman. But still, it's a gorgeous find, no matter the age.
Absolutely.
I've never found one before.
That's really beautiful. That's just so lovely and so tiny, isn't it? To think that that's been in the river for all those years and you've just found it with your eagle eyes.
I know, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's unbelievable.
Well done. Will you send me a picture of it close up?
Yeah, we'll do. And I've got a few images of it with the sun shining through it, so we'll get a lovely close up of that as well. So yeah, really happy with that.
So
Top
literally,
find.
the sun might be shining through his backside.
Yes, I didn't think of that.
Well, you know, I'm on the ball.
You are. Not on the toilet.
Oh, on the ball though. I think I've just seen the top of a little tiny pipe bowl. I wonder if there's anything underneath. Just a tiny bit here poking out of the mud. There it is. Let's have a look. It might just be the bowl. Let's give it a helping hand. Let's see. Don't know, actually. Oh no, I think there's going to be a bit of stem there. Get it out really carefully. There's not much, but there's a bit. Actually, on the other side, there is this piece of metal, and it looks quite interesting. It could be a little bit decorative even, although I don't know, it could be nothing. I'm going to pop it in my bag and have a look later on, because the tide's on its way in now, so I don't want to waste any time. It could just be something industrial. Look what we've got here. Well, the tide's on the way in now, but there's time for one last pipe. Just here, look. Get it out. And I also just found a button. And it's here, and I can see it does have a maker on it. So that's excellent. I'm going to be able to have a look at that later. And I also found a little bit of pipe stem with a name on it. Let me just try and get it out of my pocket. Yeah, here it is. So it looks like JM something, JMWAL. I might be able to find out who that is, and it's from something T.Beer. A bit of sleuthing, we might be able to find out who made this pipe. Well, the tide is on the way in now, but I found a pipe. It's a really nice one actually. It's quite different to the usual one. It's probably late 1600s, mid to late 1600s, like some of the other ones I found today. I'm very happy with that. Tide's dashing in, so it's time to go back to the car before my parking ticket arrives. So, I'll see you back at the studio for a roundup.
When you forget your bag and have to go back and get it, She's got it, it's alright. I think I was swimming back there. We'd have clay pipes and stuff.
I can't believe it, I'm losing my memory. Hi everyone, yep, pretty close call there. Don't know what happened exactly. Nearly lost my bag of pipes, which would have been a great shame. Thank you very much for watching. Just a reminder that this video was made well before the lockdown. We're actually on day 21 of our lockdown now, and it's just been extended for another 3 weeks, so we're all staying in. We are all going to beat this virus. But it's great to have this footage from the past, and I had a great time out there with Simon on the foreshore, and I think it's fair to say that he probably had finds of the day, whereas I had mostly pipes, as you could see. So why do I keep finding so many pipes? Apart from being a pipe magnet, well, pipes were smoked extensively from around about 1580 right up to the end of the 19th, early 20th century. So it's not surprising that there are so many bits of clay pipe in the River Thames, because they were actually disposable. They were only smoked once or twice, and then they were thrown away. They used to get blocked up quickly. People used to snap the stems for a better smoke. But one thing is for sure, they just chucked them away. They didn't attach the same kind of value to them as we do now. I mean, I always find it amazing when I see these pipes and I think, wow, how could you just throw that away? Some of them are so pretty. But they are, I suppose, it's a bit of an old cliche, like the old-fashioned cigarette butts of those times gone by, and everybody used to smoke, men, women and children. And what was interesting about the pipes that I found there was that I found a whole range of pipes dating from very early, sort of going up to the late 19th century with the decorated horse pipe bowl. So let's have a quick look at those pipes. So here in front of me we have the pipes that I found that day back in February, and they range from early 17th right up to late 19th century, so a brilliant selection going right through the ages. I've also got a very handy little chart that I refer to a lot here, and you can see the evolution of the bowls. They got a lot bigger, they sort of changed shape, they're quite bulbous down here. And then they started to get a lot narrower. Some of them have heels here, spurs. And then the makers in the 19th century started to put their initials on them. And then we get to the top here where the bowls started to become more decorative. And these are late 19th century. Now, there's one missing right at the bottom, and I do happen to have an example of the earliest pipe bowl. It's one of my favourites, actually, and quite rare to find. And here it is, it's absolutely tiny. And this pipe bowl dates back to 1580, probably 1580, 1590, when tobacco was introduced to England. Tobacco would have been very expensive and quite scarce then. So I'm going to add it to my little pipe chart. So there we are. We can see here from that outing a wide selection of pipes going back through the ages. They've been smoked, enjoyed no doubt, and then tossed away. But one thing's for sure, it was very, very popular. And the proof is on the Thames Foreshore, where you're going to find stems in their thousands, and if you're lucky, a whole pipe. So let's just take a quick closer look at this one, which is really pretty. That's got to be my find of the day. It depicts a horse on both sides, and if you look carefully, which I didn't notice before, there is a moon on there. And a friend of mine called Jamanda Speedwell, who has a fantastic collection of pipes, and when this lockdown is over I'm actually going to go and see her pipe collection, and I think she's going to let me film it, so that's quite exciting. But this horse pipe, and she has a perfect example, I'm going to put a picture up of it now. It comes from the White Horse and Half Moon pub, which used to be on Borough High Street in London in the 19th century, I believe. And the last thing I'm going to say about pipes today is that I'm now not the only person who has a mudlarking find of somebody sitting on the toilet. This, of course, is one of my favourite pipes. It is a lady sitting on the toilet, hitching up her skirts on a chamber pot. And of course, now Simon also has a mudlarking find depicting, well, what we think is somebody sitting on a toilet. And of course, if you want to know more about that, because I know that he took it to the museum, and of course he'll hear back from the museum on that, then go over and check out Simon's channel to find out more about his little man sitting on the toilet. Hi everyone, I hope you were listening, because now we're going to have a test all about clay pipes. No, I'm only joking, but soon you'll be able to do a PhD all about clay pipes in the River Thames, how they got there, and all manner of other details. Now, when I was going through my finds, I forgot to mention, of course, that I found these lovely bits of pearlware here on this feather-edged Victorian pottery, probably from a nice casserole pot. That used to be on a Victorian table, or a nice big serving dish. Well, sometimes I use this to make fish, as well as my glass that I use. I also use pottery. So now I'm going to go off and make a pottery fish. But before I do, I just wanted to wish you a very, very good week ahead. Stay safe and stay healthy. Thank you very much for watching my videos. And I'm sending you lots of love from London. And I'm looking forward to seeing you next Sunday, if not before. Thanks everyone, bye bye.